us to be in His presence at this crucial hour. As we cross over into the new year, it's a crucial time for every one of us because we are at the gates of 2019. And the gate is where many things happen. At that gate, you can do a lot to control what happens to you in the coming year. How? By serious intercessory prayer, which we're going to do at 11:45. Because God has given us the privilege to pray unto Him our deepest desires for this coming year. And so we're going to go into a period of prayer. We're going to open all the gates, all the good gates of 2019. We're going to command them to open to us, to open to this church, to open to us individually. Gates of promotion, gates of prosperity, gates of blessing, gates of success. And we're going to close any gate of disappointment, any gates of letdown, any gates of stagnation, any gate of failure, any gate of sudden death, any gate of any terrible gates, any bad gates. We are going to command them to close for us in this 2019. So it's a very important time. This is not a time to be partying. I know right now many people are in clubs, drinking, partying, and so they can't blame God whatever happens to them in 2019 because they've allowed the devil to dictate what will happen to them in 2019 instead of them to take complete control. You and I, being God's presence, we have the power to decree something and it will happen to us. But if you're doing something else, enjoying yourself, then Satan will fill those gates with whatever he wants and then you can't do anything. It's too late now. You've entered, 2019 has come, whatever gate has been shut or closed. See? So it's very important to be in God's presence, especially if you're looking for something from God in 2019. This is the hour, this last hour, to really intercede for that thing. The host of angels are here. This is special service which God has ordained for you and I to seek His face for our deepest desires of 2019. So we thank God that has allowed us to be in His presence. And the first passage concerns the promise of God for you and I for 2019. This is how to interpret it. This is why we're reading this passage. This passage is a prophetic passage for you and I that we can take and hold on to. It says, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee." It's a command. Arise, shine. God is commanding you and I that in this coming 2019, we will arise. Before we were sitting down, it says you have to get up and also shine. When you shine, people see you. People notice you. So it means that this 2018, we have not been doing much. And God says, as you enter 2019, you will arise, you will shine, people will notice you. It says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and His glory shall be seen upon thee." See? So for 2019, this is one of the prayer points. And Lord, I want to rise and shine in this year. And I want your glory to be seen upon me. That when people see me, they can see the Lord and say, surely the hand of the Lord is upon that person. How will they know? By the way you dress, by your promotion, by your success, by your prosperity. They say, let us know where you worship. We want to have the same thing you have. That's what it's referring to. So this is the promise God is making for you and I. And you have to take it personally. This is a promise for you. You key into it. Say, this is my promise for 2019, that this year the glory of the Lord shall be seen upon me. People shall see that glory upon the work of my hands, upon my business, upon my career. No longer shall I be inconspicuous and invisible to the world. 2019, God shall advertise me and promote me. Here, so the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. See? People will notice you. People who ignored you before, who thought you were nothing, they will say, I just said to come and say hello to you. Someone has never greeted you before, suddenly is coming to greet you, is coming to ask how you are. Why? Because the Lord's glory is now shining upon you. So lift up your eyes round about and see. All they gather together themselves together. They come to thee, you see? They come to thee, thy son shall come from afar, and thy daughter shall be nursed at thy side. What's he referring to? It's talking of restoration. What has been gone, what has been lost, is now coming back. So again, this is one other promise you have to key into for this 2019. And Lord, you promised that my sons and daughters shall come from afar. they shall come back to me. Anything that I've lost, anything that has left me, whether it's your career, your finances, whatever it is, you have to key into it that this 2019 shall be the year they shall return to you. So then thou shalt see and flow together, and your heart shall fear and be enlarged. Why? Because abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. Do you know that that sea has many, many precious things inside it? Do you know that this oil is from beneath the sea? They explore oil. It says, all the wealth of the sea shall be brought to you. And you'll be afraid. I've never had this experience before. I'm afraid, is this real? Is this really happening to me? You can ask yourself, because of what the Lord is going to be doing in your life. Your heart shall be enlarged. That means there's a greater capacity. God shall increase your coasts. The amount of camels shall cover thee, the dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, all they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring what? Gold and incense. And they shall show forth the praises of the Lord. So people will come and give you gifts. You know that's how Solomon got very rich. It wasn't as if God dropped money from him from heaven. No. People heard about his wisdom and they came, listened to him, and gave him gifts from all over the world. That's how Solomon became the richest king ever. He didn't have any special thing that he did. It was the wisdom God gave him that brought all those things to him. So God says that when the glory of the Lord is shined upon you, people will recognize it and they will come and give you gifts. They bring gold and say, we also want to give you this money. Why? Because they've seen something in you that they believe is precious. And they want to have part of it. So they come and say, well, maybe you can share whatever you have or tell us whatever you have. Just have this. God doesn't drop money from heaven. It's the people on this earth that will give you the money to make you wealthy. The Bible says that God gives us the power to get wealth. So when it's referring to the camels, these are like cars. People say, oh, I just feel like giving you this car. I just feel like giving you this whatever. Out of nowhere, people who don't even know why, because of the glory of the Lord upon you. So all the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto you, the rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on my altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. So in other words, where you are, God's glory shall be there. Wherever church you attend, whatever, God says, I'm going to be there. This new year shall be a year of restoration of God's glory in our lives. Amen. This is what you have to key into. This is the promise of the Lord to you and I tonight. And we have to key into it. We have to take it as a personal promise. It's what you believe that will happen to you. The Bible says that as your faith is, so shall it be unto you. If you believe this word is for you, and you key into it and you pray it, yes, it will happen in your life. But you say, oh, it's just a Bible passage, then it won't happen. It's very simple. So it's all in your hands. God is giving the promise. Whether he wrote it 1,000 years ago, it doesn't matter. You take it as a promise for you this night for 2019 that you're going to enter. And you see what will happen. So who are those that fly as a cloud, as the doors of the windows? Surely the islands shall wait for you, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring their sons from afar, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy God, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified. You can see that word again. Because of the glory of the Lord on you, people will come from all over to beautify the house of the Lord. So we see something special about you. Take us to where you worship. We want to worship there. Why? Because of the Lord. That's what you. Let's go to Isaiah 55 verse 5. Isaiah 55 verse 5. And Zechariah 14 verse 14. Isaiah 55 verse 5. Zechariah 14 verse 14.
Surely you shall call a nation you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All nations who do not know you
Yes.
shall run to you,
Mm-hmm.
because of the Lord your God.
That is it.
The Holy One of Israel. For he has glorified you.
That's it. Because of the Holy One of Israel. Because the Lord's glory on you. People will say it, and nobody will tell them. They themselves will come and give you things. because of the Lord's glory. This has happened so many times to people. And the sons of strangers shall build up your walls, and their kings shall minister unto you. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. So God is saying that in the past, God was angry at you and I because of our sinful iniquity. But this coming year is going to show us his mercy. And sons of strangers shall build up their walls, and their kings shall minister unto us. In other words, God is going to promote you. Before kings minister to you, you must be in the same level higher than them. It's going to promotion and elevation. Who would have believed Joseph would become prime minister of Egypt? But it happened. Because the Lord's glory shined on him and he was promoted. Who would have believed Nelson Mandela would become prime minister, president of South Africa? Somebody who had been in jail for 25 years. But when the Lord's glory shined on him, wow, was promoted. And he began to eat with Prime Minister of Britain, President of the US. They all came to see him. This is exactly what this party is talking about. They all came to see him, pay him a visit, because they saw the hand of the Lord upon him. This man, there is something about this man we cannot ignore. Yeah, we know he's been a prisoner, but there's something. We can't ignore him. And they all came to see him. This is what God will do to you and I. When he promotes us, if you truly believe it, that you'll be promoted and people that you don't know will come and favor you and give you gifts and give you money because of the glory of the Lord on your life. What a wonderful promise. So therefore your gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night. That men may bring unto thee the force of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. So he's talking of open gates, that the church gates should be open. It's only in this country that we shut the doors of the church. I mean, in Nigeria, the church is permanently open. But here, you can't afford to do that. Why? So that the Gentiles can come in with their gifts. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. That is serious. So those that will not come to worship with you and to give you gifts, they shall suffer consequences. Say, oh, I don't want to give that. I don't like that guy. Well, you see the people giving them gifts and they've been blessed. And you that don't give me anything, nothing's happening. Nobody will teach you to say, maybe I should get that kind of blessing. Maybe go and give him something too. Maybe God will bless him. Do you know some people that God has made them blessings? That if you give them anything, you get a great reward back. And other people, give them something, nothing happens. But some people, if you give them anything, you are sure of a big reward. So God will make us a blessing in this coming year.
Amen.
That the glory of Lebanon shall come unto you, the fire tree, the pine tree, the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. So this is a promise we can claim for us as a church. God shall beautify his church. How? In terms of people, in terms of structure, in terms of everything. So everything shall be renewed. The glory of Lebanon is a very beautiful place. That glory shall come unto us. And God will beautify the place of his sanctuary, which is here. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. 1 Chronicles 28 verse 2. 1 Chronicles 28 verse 2. Hebrews 12, 22. Verse 2. 1 Chronicles 28 verse 2. Hebrews 12, 22.
David assembled at Jerusalem all the leaders of Israel,
Yes.
the leaders of the tribes, and the commanders of the division that served the king, and the commanders of thousands,
Yes.
and the commanders of hundreds, and the overseers of all the property and livestock of the king and his sons, with the palace officers and the mighty men, and all the brave warriors. Then David the king rose to his feet and said, Hear me,
Yes.
my brothers, and my people. I had intended to build a permanent home for the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and as a footstool for our God.
That's it.
And I prepared materials for the building.
Okay.
But God said to me, You shall not build a house for my name, because you are a man of war and have shed blood.
Blood, yes.
However, the Lord, God of Israel,
Yes.
chose me from all in my father's house to be king over Israel forever.
Okay.
For he has chosen Judah to be the leader,
Yes.
and in the house of Judah he chose the house of my father,
Yes.
and among the sons of my father he was pleased to make me king over all Israel.
Thank you. That's fine. Thank you very much. Hebrews 12:2. We see how God used King David to beautify and build his sanctuary. It was his son that built it, but he gave all the materials. What, hundreds of thousands of dollars in that time. And David gave it all. Go on, Hebrews 12:2.
Looking unto Jesus, the author
Yes.
and the finisher of our faith,
Mm-hmm.
who, for the joy that we have set before him,
Mhm.
endured the cross,
Yes.
despairing the shame, and
Mhm.
has sat down at the right hand of the
Wow.
throne of God.
Is that Hebrews 12:22? 22.
And so,
Yeah.
okay. But you have come unto Mount Zion,
Yes.
and the city of the living God, the
Mm-hmm.
heavenly Jerusalem,
Yes.
to the innumerable
Mm-hmm.
company of
Mhm.
angels,
Yes.
to the general assembly
Of firstborn.
of and church of the firstborn, who
Mm-hmm.
are registered in heaven,
Yes.
to God the judge of all,
That's
the
it.
spirit of just men
Men made
made
perfect.
perfect.
Thank you very much. Yes. So the sons of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. Wow. They shall come bending. That means they shall bow down at your feet. Those that have afflicted you. What a reversal. You know, that's what happened to Joseph. His brothers sold him to slavery. And they thought they got rid of him. But what happened at the end? They all bowed down before him after God had promoted him. In fact, they became his prisoners, his slaves. So God is saying, I'm going to make you rule over your enemies. That's the promise here. That's what he's telling us here. Those that have afflicted you and tormented you, you are going to be their boss. They will come and bow down to you when God has promoted you. Wonderful promise. And those that despised or hated you shall bow themselves at the soles of thy feet, and shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. All this is all because of God's glory that is shining on your life. So that's what you and I need to pray for. That, Lord, this coming year, I want your glory to shine upon me, so that all these things can begin to happen. All those that have hated me will come to bow down before me. All what I've lost will come back. The sons of strangers that build on my place, you shall beautify my sanctuary. Because when God says, yes, I am unto you. Mommy, can you open? When God says, yes, I'm ready to beautify you, nobody can stop it. No human being can stop it. And this is the promise we need to key in for 2019. Whereas you have been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through you, I will make you an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. So God is saying, I know what you've been through. The disappointments, the hatred, the failure you've experienced. But now, I'm going to make you an eternal excellence. That means you will forget all those things that happened in the past after God has finished with you. You know, before you were forsaken, you were hated, there was nobody took any attention of you, they ignored you. So you shall suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shall suck the breast of kings. You shall know that I, the Lord, am your Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. So, in other words, all the wealth of the people around you, your enemies, those that look down upon you, you will get their wealth. They will bring their wealth to you. And God continues, for brass, I will bring gold. Wow. That means if you have, let's say you have an SUV, God's going to replace it with a BMW or a Mercedes. That's exactly what he's saying. And for iron, I will bring silver. This is evidence of blessing. You know, Obed-Edom was somebody who, when King David brought the ark to Jerusalem, and this Uzziah, he touched the ark and God killed him instantly there. Then King David was afraid. He said, oh, I can't bring this to Jerusalem. And he put it in the house of Obed-Edom. He didn't know that was the worst mistake he made. Within 3 months, Obed-Edom built 2 houses. He bought 3 cars. They said, what? Why did Obed? Oh, he's housing the Ark of Covenants. Quickly, nobody taught him before he went to grab it from there. You see? Because of God's presence in that man's house, it was supernaturally blessed. Everybody saw it. So what you and I need is God's glory, God's presence to manifest in our lives. Because when God is anywhere, there's no way there can be disappointment. There's no way there can be failure. Because it's light. And where light is only darkness. Now, God's not going to come to your house, come to your presence, if you're living a rebellious life, you don't worship Him, you don't obey His commandments. No, He's not going to show up. So if you want God to show up for you in 2019, then you must learn to come to God, learn to worship Him, learn to give everything to Him. Then He will show up at your house and you have all these blessings. Hallelujah. The Lord come down. Let the glory of the Lord come down. Let the glory of the Lord from heaven come down. Let the glory of the Lord come down. Let the glory of the Lord come down. Let the blessings of the Lord come down. Let the blessings of the Lord from heaven come down. Let the blessings of the Lord come down. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Say, violence shall no more be had in your land, wasting or destruction within thy borders. That's a great promise. In other words, there will be no more death, no more disappointment, no more destruction, no more damages, whether to your car, to your house, or whatever you're doing. No. God says, I will stop all those things happening, but shall call your walls salvation and your gates praise. You will always be surrounded with praises. Have cause to praise God and thank God. Instead of destruction, hey, today something happened. Yeah, tomorrow trouble at work. And the day after tomorrow something happened to my car. No. Because I'm going to put a stop to that. This is a wonderful promise to key into. Lord, this is what you promised for me in 2019. That my gates shall be praised. I shall have cause to praise you night and day. I won't have any more tears or crying or sorrow in this 2019. Amen. Listen, the sun shall no more be your light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto you. But the Lord shall be unto you an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. So now God says, my light will be in your life. You won't need any external lights. You won't have to depend on external forces. No. Because God will be with you, your house, wherever you are, and that glory will shine brightly. That's what happened to Joseph. Even though he was in prison, God was still with him. And even then, he was still the boss, even when he was in Potiphar's as a slave. The Bible says that Potiphar gave everything to his hands because he saw that this man is special. I've never seen a slave like this. So he trusted him with everything. He said, no longer will your son will not go down. That's a great prayer. Lord, don't let my son ever go down. Let's go to Zechariah 2 verse 5 and Amos 8 verse 9. Zechariah 2 verse 5, Amos 8 verse 9. So you will always be surrounded by lights. There will be no more darkness. That's what it's saying. The sun shall no more go, your sun shall no more go down. Neither shall your moon withdraw itself. What? Zechariah 2 verse 5. Amos 8 verse 5.
The words that I covenanted with you when you came out of Egypt. So my spirit remains among you.
That's it.
Do not fear.
And Amos 8 verse 9. Sister Sarah read that for us. Amos 8 verse 9.
Yet it was height
Uh-huh.
who destroyed the Amorite before them, whose height was like the height of the cedars, and he was as strong as the oaks. Yet I destroyed its fruits above, and its fruits beneath.
That's it. So that's the power of God on their lives. God doing it, not their own power. They did it. When he says the sun shall no more go down, there shall be no disappointment, no failure. That's what it's referring to. Because you're always surrounded by lights. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Amos 8:9.
Yes.
And it shall come to pass
Hmm.
in that day,
Yes.
said the Lord God,
Yes.
that I will cause the sun
Hmm.
to go down at noon,
At noon.
yeah,
Hmm.
and I will darken the earth
Hmm.
in a clear day.
That's it. So God said He will cause this, but He says in your case, He's not going to allow that to happen to you. Your sun will never go down. You will always have brightness with you. Because when the sun goes down, then what happens? It's replaced by darkness, right? So when there's darkness, you have disappointment, you have failure, you have all kinds of stagnation. You know, all those bad things begin to happen when there's darkness. But when there's bright light of the sun, that will not happen. You'll feel goodness, success, promotion, all the doors will open. That's what you and I need for 2019. So we're going to pray very shortly that every door of success for this 2019, for me, Lord, let it be open to me. Every door I've been knocking 2018 has not opened. This 2019, they must open for me. That's what you're going to pray of. Lord, everywhere there's darkness hiding in my life, causing failure, stagnation, that darkness must go because you are going to be my light. And where you are, there's no darkness there. See? These are the things you have to key into. It's what you say with your mouth and what you believe that will happen to you in 2019. And you only have another, 20 minutes to say those things. Because when 2019 comes, it's too late at that stage. Every gate that opens already open, is closed. So this is the time, this window you have. This is why you have to be in God's presence at this time. To open, so you shall decree a thing, it shall be unto you as you decree it. You have the power to decree it with your mouth. Lord, every door, this 2019, I will do this. This 2019, I will get this license, I will get this certification, I will get this promotion. You begin to decree it. And the host of angels are here, they're writing it down. Mr. So, that's what he said on December 31st in the sanctuary of God. They wanted this, number 1, 2, 3. That's, they have it in their hand. Say that people shall be all righteous, they shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. So, it's talking about multiplication as well. Not only blessings and protection, but also multiplication. Now, remember the prayer of Jabez? God says, and he prayed, and God enlarged his coasts. He made him numerous. We need to pray that for our church. That, Lord, this church, by this time next year, let there be multiples, hundreds of us that are here today. He said, one shall become a strong nation. That's what he said. So let's hold on that promise. As Revelation 21 verse 3, that a new heaven and a new earth. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. In other words, God is going to do a new thing in my life, not the old. Forget about the old, forget about the past. 2018 is going away, and it's going to go away with all its problems. Amen. All the pain, all the sorrow, all the disappointments of 2018, they're going to go with 2018. And as we said to 2019, it'll be a new beginning for you, a new start. No longer are you going to continue to follow that same pattern you've been following. No, you are making a fresh break from 2018, and you're entering a new year, new beginning. So new heaven, new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. Amen. And there was no more sin. When it says no more sin, it means no more problems. Whenever you see sin in the Bible, it's because of people, troubles, tribulations. So you have to believe in your heart that this 2018, full of tribulations, problems, you are leaving those problems behind. You are cutting your shoreline. You are leaving that sea and going to dry land. Because when you're in the sea, you can't do much, right? Yeah. You can only struggle so much with the water. But if you're on dry land, you can walk fast, go everywhere you want to go. But where with the sea, you cannot do much. But God is saying that with no more sea, no more tribulation, no more persecution of your life in this 2019. Everything will pass away in 2018. And I just saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God, out of heaven, prepares a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. This is what you and I have to pray for. Lord, I want you to be with me in 2019. I want your glory to shine upon me, so that people will see it and come to glorify you. They will come to beautify your sanctuary because of your glory on me. That's what he's saying. That God says, I'm going to live in your house. Now I'm going to be with you. No longer before you on your own. Now I'm coming to stay in your house. I'm coming to live with you. So this wonderful promise we have to key into tonight as we go into prayer. Another few minutes. All these promises you have to remind God. Write them down when you get to them. These passages. Write them down one by one and begin to pray on the first 7 days of the year. Very, very important. If you can fast, good. But if not, try and remain in a mood of fasting or prayer. Pray on all these things. All these key areas you need in your life. Begin to remind God, this is your promise. Every door will open to me. I cancel every satanic plan against my life. I cancel any form of accidents on my life, my children. I ask you to beautify your church, increase our numbers. All these things we're going to be praying for the next 15 to 20 minutes. So let us rise up or go on our knees. And I'm giving us 20 minutes to pray for all our needs in 2019. At 12 o'clock, we'll stand up and do the God Almighty for everybody. But please, all kneel down now for the next 15-20 minutes. Everybody to seek the face of God for their deepest needs. Don't get tired. Even if you say the same thing 100 times, it's okay. The gates, you are at the gate of 2019 now. And you want those gates to remain open for you. So let us go into prayer.